Yes. Hello, everybody. Nice. So good to see you guys. Very cool. Emily, how are you doing? Awesome. Let me turn up mine. I think my volume's all the way down. Sounds like you guys can hear me. Okay, there we go. I'm turned up. Awesome. Kaylee, hello. I'll see you tomorrow. Very cool. All right. Now, this being our first one, I know sometimes there's tech issues. So if ever you have a problem or something, I've had people raise their hand before, and I just didn't notice. So if you like put your hand right up to your thing and like give me a little wave or something, that'll direct my attention a little bit better. But we're going to get started, and really, I need to click record. That's the other thing I always forget to do. All right. Looks like we're recording. That way, anybody who's missing tonight can watch with us. This is our first of our monthly Zoom get-togethers, and I'm really excited about this one because we're calling it Shredding, a Practical Guide to Smoking Hot Solos. And so this is the idea for beginners, intermediate, advanced students, really any age, for you to be able to get faster in your music so that you'll feel a little more confident. We've got one group of, one of my bands is getting ready to record something for Grandparents' Day. Usually we'll do some big performance and a bunch of grandparents come and watch it. We've done that every year for like a bunch of years. And this year, because of COVID, stupid, ridiculous COVID, they're deciding we shouldn't have grandparents all come on the campus. So we've got to record our performance. And one of the biggest things that I told them there's two secrets to a performance. First, eat a banana before you play. There's something about the nutrients of a banana that help calm you down and relax you right before a performance. And the second thing is that preparation is the key to feeling relaxed. We talked today about if you've ever gone into like a math test and you weren't ready. Friends said to you right before you went in, oh, are you ready for the math test? And you're like, math test today?
I'll go put it.
That feeling in your gut that's like ridiculously upset. You know that you're not ready and you're upset about it. Whereas if you are ready, sometimes you go into it and you're like, hey, teacher, can we take it right now? I'm so ready that I want it to happen immediately. And all your friends are like, shut up. Don't tell them. We're not quite ready. I want you, when you're performing, to have that feeling of bring it on. I'm so ready for this that I can't wait to play, instead of biting your fingernails, being super nervous. And so we want to be able to play quickly, but we want to be able to do it right. So here's a couple things. Let me talk before we play, and then I've got a couple things that I'll post up here that I think we can all play together. First of all, whenever we're playing fast, we have to play accurate. All right? If you just start playing something really quick and you don't quite know the fingerings and you just start going really quickly through the notes, more than likely you'll probably hit some wrong notes. So first step is we've got to learn what those notes are on the page, and we've got to be able to play them slowly before we can kick the door down and be like, boom, here it comes, and start playing it really fast. So we can't practice something wrong fast. Fix it first, and then start getting that speed up. Only increase your speed once you're playing it correctly. Secondly, and this is a big thing, I've told a couple students that when I went to grad school for piano, a world-famous pianist sat me down and said, I want you to pretend you're practicing at home. Here's some new music. I had never seen it before. And I sat there and I was playing, and I felt like I was doing a pretty good job. And she stopped me after like 5 minutes and she said, Brian, you don't know how to practice. And I was shocked, because I'm like, I'm a master's degree student, lady. I think I know how to practice at home. But she was totally right. I was just playing from beginning to end, and even when I was making mistakes, I was just going, trying to get through it all. And what I learned was that the key to practicing is to go to that little section that you might be tripping up with and take it out of your music and then go beast mode on that little section. You've heard me, Kaylee, you've heard me say this, right? Go beast mode on that little section until you can't get it wrong. Do it slow and strong. Then do it slow and quiet. Then go faster and strong. Then play it with your eyes closed. Then try to do it backwards. Do it as many ways as you can until you can't get it wrong, and then put it back into the music. All right? Then you can start speeding it up, because until then, we're just hitting wrong notes, okay? And then thirdly, and here's what we're starting to play. Here's what we're going to play. You need to practice with a metronome. I'm using one on my phone today, and we're going to do things on here. I hope that you can hear it. Let me hit play. Can you hear that? Boom, boom. Awesome. Very cool. This metronome needs to be your friend. And I've had students before say, oh, I don't use it because it messes me up. Listen, when you're playing with a group, you have to stay with the beat with everybody else. So if it's messing you up, you're doing wrong. All right? We've got to learn how to go with the metronome. So let me show you one of our first exercises we're going to do. Share screen. This one. All right. And I'm trying to zoom in so you can see really good. Let me go 140. All right, let me know. Can you see that? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. Okay, the tricky part about this is that I've got all the parts on it so you can all join us. So flutes, you can see you're right up here at the top. You've got the first line. Clarinets, you're on that second line. Saxophones, third line right here. Trumpets, fourth line. You're at the start of this new brass bracket right here. Trombones down here at the bottom. And then percussion. If we have any drummers watching, you're here on the very bottom. And I did it in 16th notes to show us that we're going to be moving a little bit quick. But let me show you the timing on here. I'm trying to use my mouse, and I've got accents on our main beats. Here's our timing. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2. And we're hitting those main beats really, really strong. Okay, so let's do this. Let's play your first note. I'm going to do it on a piano here. That way I can talk and play at the same time. Here we go. Play your first note just to tune with me a little bit. I know we can't hear each other, but that's okay. Ready? Play. Just hold out that first note. B flat, flutes. C, trumpets and clarinets. B flat, trombones. G, saxophones. Hold that out nice and long. Long tones are the key to being awesome. Do it again. Hold that out. Big breath. Yeah, hold it out nice and strong. Okay, now I'm setting my metronome to 60 so that we really take our time. Here's the 60. There it is, nice and slow. And then there's our repeat sign. This might be a little bit quick for us to start with. Let me go down just a little bit more. I'm going down to 50. It's just 5 notes. That'll let us ease into this a little bit. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and play. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. Repeat sign. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Now we continue. 1, 2, half note. Okay, that's the idea. I'm going to pause the metronome. I'm going to stop sharing. All right, let me tell you a couple things. We're going to do it again in just a moment, but here's a couple of things. Obviously, those repeated notes are not difficult for us to play. However, if you're not tonguing correctly, then they are going to be a little harder to play. Remember that tonguing is this idea, your tongue just strikes the reed or the roof of your mouth, causing just a little pause in the air. Usually I'll have my 4th graders do this and we'll go do, 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 do. And they never expected to have doo-doo in class. You know, we're doing that. Sometimes D, 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 D helps a little bit better. Just say that to yourself for a moment. D, 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 D. Do it again. D, 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 D. Good, we're doing it pretty quick. This time go in slow motion and feel what your tongue does. D, 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 D. Feel that tongue. Don't put your finger in your mouth, but feel it. D, D, D. Your tongue has to hit right there at the back of your teeth. And so as you're playing, that D, 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 or the do, 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 is going to help you to make sure that you can get all those notes without having to go do, 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 taking those big breaths in there, okay? So without looking at the music, let's do a couple of those. Just those same repeated notes. I'm going to pull out my trumpet. Dylan, I see you've got your trumpet out. Jeremiah, if you've got, oh, I think your saxophone. Here we go, nice and easy. Just a bunch of 16th notes right in a row. 1 and a 2, ready and play. Deep breath, and let's do it again. Ready, and. Last time, ready, go. Let's keep that tongue moving on new notes this time. Clarinets and trumpets go to E. Flute, go to D. Saxophones, go to a B. Trombones, go to 4th position, D. Let's do it again. Clarinets, you're on that E. So thumb, course, and then that first finger. Do, 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 do. Here it is. 1, 2, ready and play. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a hold. Good. Do it again. Ready, play. Do, 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 do. Yes, you want it nice and crisp and very clean each time. If you're playing and it sounds like just one long held out note, trombones, for instance, you're on 4th position. And if you're playing and it just sounds just one long note, then we're doing it wrong. We've got to have that. You should hear that separation, almost like there's little commas in between each one. So make sure that your tonguing is set. Now, once we get to the scale, the absolute best thing you can do to practice to get into those next notes is checking which fingerings have the most trouble. I was talking about that with the school today. Flutes, with those first 5 notes, I think that the hardest one to do is the E flat to the F. I don't think that it's the C to the D, because that's just opposites. I don't think that it's B flat to C. That's just 2 coming off. It's certainly not D to E. That one's super easy. Maybe E flat to F. That still, even that one's not hard, but for each person, it's a little bit different. So if for you, that E flat to F is tricky, then today I had a group of students going E flat, and then we do F. E flat, F. E flat, F. Back and forth, nice and easy. If you need to use a metronome, do it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do, 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 do. Ridiculous little song right there that I'm doing. And then try to do it faster. Whatever your biggest struggle is, try to do that. So that's flute. Clarinets, in that first range of notes, that C, D, E, F, G, I don't think that any of those are difficult. Maybe the hardest is the G to the F, because our fingers have come totally off, and now that thumb has to come back and push. I mean, it's not very hard. But again, if you're finding a struggle on one of those in just that little scale, then practice that one over and over. Saxophone's definitely C to D. For us, it's that second finger, then to 6 fingers all of a sudden. Boom, boom. That one's a little trickier. Trumpet, nothing super difficult. Maybe the CD, maybe the DE, but nothing terribly difficult. Trombones, for us, B flat C. It's that 1 to 6, getting all the way out there. Even that's your full arm, so that's not too bad. But whatever it is for you, do it over and over and make sure that you're all set. Okay, let's look at the music again. So I'm doing this right. Come on. There it is. Okay. Here we go. And I'll try to zoom in even a little farther. Let's see if that helps. Okay. All right. Let's start here on this third beat. This third beat where we start that scale. Okay. We're going to start that with the metronome. So it's just a nice and easy. Let me see here. Ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum bum. I'm keeping us basically at 50. but I'm making this for our half notes, or our eighth notes, not our quarter notes. So it's ba-dum, 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 bum. Ready? 1, 2, ready. And just hold that out. Do it again. Ready? 1, 2, third beat here. Bum. Good. That's at 50. One more time. 2, ready, and good. Now let's up it a little bit. I'm going to up this by a couple beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, hit it. Again. 1, 2. One more time. Good. Now I'm going to up it again. That was 55. Here's 60. 1, 2. Good luck. 2, ready, and 2, 3 again. All right, we've done it a couple times now. Now we're going to go back to the beginning. Start on this very first beat. Our timing. You hear it, lots of timing. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Repeat sign. And now let's end it. Woo! Gotta take a breath after that one. That is fast. All right, let's look at the next drill. The next drill might be a little bit more appropriate for intermediate students or advanced students. I hope you can see this pretty well. Give me a thumbs up if you can see it decently. Everybody's okay? All right. Good. Notice this one takes us a full octave all the way to the top and then brings us a full octave down. Clarinets. Woo! Here's the tricky part for us. Getting to that B, C right here. Actually, the A to the B is one of the hardest parts for a beginner to play. So that's one that we're going to have to do and then do over and over again. Flutes, we'll start on that B flat and run all the way up to a B flat. Clarinets, C to C. Saxophones, G up to the high G. Trumpets, low C up to the high C. Trombones, B flat up to the high B flat. And percussion, just keeping that really steady beat. Here's the timing that we're going to hear on this. I'm going to bring our tempo back down. Here's our timing. Listen to it. 3 and 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 3. Repeat sign. And there's the ending. It gets that tongue going, all right? And here's our timer, our metronome. And those are for 8 note. Ba-dum, ba-da, da, 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 da. Here we go. 2, good luck. 2, ready, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ending 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Woo! Before I come back to the video, let's up the speed a little bit. Yeah, because that was so simple, right? Godspeed. All right. 1, 2, good luck. 2, 3. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and repeat. And a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 E and a 4. Ending 1 and a 2 and hold. Woo! Good. Basically what I'm doing, guys, is I'm taking us up just a click on the metronome. I'm just taking, we started on 50, basically. That metronome marking was, I had it on 100 and just counted it as 8 notes instead of quarter notes. That helped it clicking a little bit faster for us. So I started it at 100, and then I did 110, the first time, then we went on to that 120. This is one of those keys that's going to make you a better player for your solos, for any tricky spot, starting it slow, going little by little, and then upping that metronome marking little by little, okay? Last one I want to show you, because I thought we needed something harder. Here it is, okay. You saw number 2, here's number 3. Oh, simple. Make it bigger. Okay, very purposefully, I added slurs to this one. So you can see that technically we'll tongue the first note, and it'll be very smooth. It'll be connected to that next note. That's going to get us playing a little bit faster too. These are also now, these are jumps, little skips in our music instead of one note at a time. So that's going to be a little bit trickier for us. Again, we might find something flutes. Maybe your C to E flat really struggles. That's one that you can remember. Just go into the music, pull it out, go beast mode on those 2 notes, and then when you're finally ready, then you can put them back in. Clarinets, these are pretty easy for us. Saxophones, nothing too difficult. Maybe the B to D, because we have to put down all of our fingers for that D. Trumpets, nothing terribly wrong. Trombones, 1, 4, 6, 3, 4, 1, 3, 6, 1, 6. I'm sorry, 1, 4, 6, 3, 4, 1, 3, 6, 1. Right. To all the other instruments, they were just like, what is he talking about? Hang in there, trombones, you're doing great. And then percussion, I give you a little bit different of a rhythm. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a da 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 da. The rest of us. Nice and easy at that initial rhythm. So let me put it back. Oh, here's 100. Da, 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 da. 1, 2. Good luck, everybody. 2. Ready. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2. There we go. Do it again. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Very good. Obviously, this is not a song. This is just an exercise. So I would never have you perform this. This is just teaching the fingers how to get faster. I've upped it to 110. We started 100. Here's 110. 1, 2, ready. There it is. Good. One more time at the speed. 2, ready, hit it. Okay, for this one, I want to speed up again. So that was 100, then 110. Here's 120. 1, 2, ready, good luck. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to speed it up. Let's do 130. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, 3. There you go. There you go. Now I want everybody to be able to have this. So what I'll do is I think I can share a file on this somewhere. Maybe if I go to chat, to everyone, and I can click on file. Yes, I'm doing it. Okay, yes, I'm putting it in the chats here. Let me find files. Yes, okay. Goodness, give me just 1 second here. I'm so sorry. I don't never want to waste your time. Okay, this was called speed drill, so I should have that really close to what I'm doing here. Goodness. Okay, here we go. Speed drill 1. Speed drill 2. And I'm sending these as PDFs, so everybody should be able to download these. Speed drill 3. There they are. They're in your chat box right now. Whew! Good, I'm glad. Next time I'll know exactly how to do this and it'll go a lot better. So if you need to download those, grab a hold of those. Again, they're not difficult little things, but as you start progressing on them with your metronome, you'll find that you're doing great. I would print this out and write at the bottom the first speed that you do. Write down 100 and then play those at that slower 100 speed and then up it at 110. And then go to 120 and see how fast you can do. Send me an email or a text or something that shows how fast you were able to do those. And that's going to be exciting. Here's your assignment. Do these speed drills and then start doing this to one of your songs. If your band director has already given you new music, or if you need some new music, let me know. I've got a bunch. Start doing this idea of you go to the hard spot, pull it out, go beast mode on that little section, and then put it back. Beast mode, remember, start it slow and get it going, and then speed it up, and then play it with your eyes closed, and then see if you can play it in some other weird way where you're thinking about something else, but you're still not making any mistakes. You want to play it so much that you can't make a mistake, and then suddenly you put it back into your music, and then you're doing fantastic. Okay? Anybody wearing their wristband? I got my band leader one on. Anybody else? Dylan, I see you looking for it. It's usually sitting on that table next to you. Kaylee almost had, all right, that's okay. Listen, we miss you guys if we're not able to see you. And those like Emily and Grace, others that I haven't seen in a long time, it's so nice to see you. Our next, yes, Kaylee, you've got it. Sweet action. Our next one is at the end of October, and we're calling it this. It's Fall in Love with Band. Yesterday was the first day of fall. Phew, finally summer's over. It's getting nice and cool out. And the idea of Fall in Love with Band is we're going to be painting our sound with minor modes and dynamics. If you've been with me before, Kaylee, you've probably done, Emily, you've probably done this with me, where we change some of the notes to make the song go from a major song to a minor song. And suddenly we've painted it in a whole new way, and it sounds totally different. You can go on YouTube right now and look for Fur Elise played in a major mode. It's used to being this real soft, you know, this really relaxing song, and they do it in a totally different mode, and it changes everything about it. That's what we're going to learn how to do in the next one. That's Monday, October 26th, Fall in Love with Band. I'm so glad you guys were able to join us. I see on my timer that our time is just about up. And if you need to go, have a great one. If you have any specific questions about what we did today, hang around. I'll be here for another, it looks like 5 minutes. And if you've got a question or something specific that I can help with, then I'm happy to answer that, and you can unmute. Otherwise, have a great night. Thanks for coming.